Welcome, Guardians. This is Windshear. I want to introduce a couple weapons I have found to be absolutely monstrous in Crucible. The Suros JPS55 with a fully automatic, highest fire rate possible pulse rifle with the high stability build fitted stock. Drop that in an end grab. And the second weapon is a Xerxes green heavy machine gun with focus fire. It's a very difficult weapon to drop, but if you actually pay attention to your green engrams in PvE, you may be fortunate enough to see this weapon, so keep your eye out for this because it does 97 precision damage to the head. I actually knew about that weapon a long time ago, and I never got around to actually mentioning it, and unfortunately I think the word kind of got out on like Planet Destiny, but I still don't see many people aware of it, so I just kind of want to show you some gameplay with it. Now I'm starting off this match kind of like I have before in previous gameplays. This is not the Suros pulse rifle. This is actually TKO first round pulse rifle, an absolute monster as well in Crucible. I'll have to do a video about this at some time as well, at some point. Actually this gameplay is interesting because I don't know if you noticed that feed right there, but Mr. TRUEVANGUARD, another good YouTuber out there, much better player at this game than I am. This is a small world. Just happened to bump into him this gameplay. Didn't really recognize him at first, but this team was a very good team. He was on the opposing team. And this is kind of a funny clip right here as this Titan finishes, misses his smash. I get him on mine, and in the middle of my teabagging, Mr. Vanguard's got to come over here and say, Windshear, knock that stuff off, because that's not appropriate gameplay, and you're absolutely correct. My hat's off to you, Vanguard. I will no longer teabag. At least I will greatly reduce my teabag amounts. That's a bad habit I've always had in first-person shooters. But guys like this out here, Mr. Unstoppable, he is a monster player. Vanguard and I were talking about this player in particular. He's a very good PvP player, but your classic definition of tryhard with Blink, Thorn, Fellwinter, etc. Hunter. And apparently he has a little bit of attitude about him as well. But my hat's off to good players. Always respect good players, no matter what their actions are. So using Unstoppable here is a good moment here. Look at this kill, this thing. I thought this was just kind of funny. Head over heels with the sheer power of Xerxes. Tremble in fear of the god of himself. I guess I don't know if that is a throw to the Greek mythology, Xerxes. I don't know. A lot of things Destiny does are kind of related to that. So I don't know if that's where they came up with this name for this weapon, but this weapon is certainly worth mentioning, and it's a weapon I really enjoy running. This is normal Crucible. Obviously, you can't take this into trials or any kind of level-oriented gameplay. Iron Banner, etc. This is just your standard vanilla Crucible, but 97 damage, as you see right there. Precision head is the highest damaged LMG heavy machine gun you can have in this game, and it shoots incredibly slow. With only 40 to 50 rounds to heavy pickup, you can go a long time shooting people, and essentially 3-shot kill with this weapon. That's a lot of killing potential here with this monster machine gun, and this was actually a turning point in this match. Again, this team we were playing against, I was just playing by myself, random team of blueberries, that's what I call them. Random public lobby, and again, this is my first match against Mr. TRUEVANGUARD, and he was cool enough to send me a message after this. We actually got together and show you some gameplay here of us playing together from here on out. But this was a turning point in this match where I was actually able to stem the defensive capability of this team, positioning myself up here, picking up quick 800 points there, and just moments like that you can identify as the turning point in matches many times. Fortunate enough to turn the tide of a battle in your favor, and you never know when those situations come. There's Mr. Unstoppable with the teabag. That's what we were talking about. But moments like that, you got to recognize, when things are changing. So let's get into the Suros here. Again, keep your eye out there for Xerxes. Don't just dismantle your green engrams if you want really good weapons. Sometimes there's really good weapons that are not legendary or exotics. I had to throw that kind of in there before I go. Alright, Suros. Let's talk about the Suros. Odd name for pulse rifle, Suros, but I believe that's coming in the Taken King as well. There's another new Suros weapon here. But look at this thing. Fully automatic. Is this an auto rifle or pulse rifle? I can't make my mind up. To me, it's an auto rifle, but without all the auto rifle negatives that we see right now in Destiny with the auto rifle builds. So, fortunately, with patch 2.0, whenever that decides to come out, 2 months from now, unfortunately, I guess they're going to launch it with the Taken King. I don't know why it can't be before that, because this is too much going on at once, Let's get this weapon balance issue under control with Destiny. and start addressing the problems with that, and then unroll your big patch or your big DLC. That is, you know, I mean, that's just my take on it, but there's probably some cost considerations there that I'm not aware of. But this is, to me, is what an auto rifle should be, essentially, but it's a pulse rifle. I mean, this thing's doing 24 damage precision, even at long range, and it shoots so fast. I feel like I just have unlimited ammo with this thing. Actually, you're gonna see for the first time ever in me and Crucible, I actually run out of ammo. I'm gonna show you this moment. I was like, I was just floored by this experience. I'm like, how do you run out of ammo in Crucible? Well, this weapon's capable of doing it. It shoots this fast. Right now I'm down about 90 bullets here, and you're gonna see me just chew through these guys as I'm trying to come up here on the heavy spawn. And there's so many bodies out here in front of me, I can't even decide who to shoot at. I'm trying to kind of get damage on as many people as I can, but the aim assist is kind of moving off my aim, and guys are running in front of me, and this guy's shooting his rocket short. I mean, so right here I got a whopping 12 bullets left to my name here, and I'm about to drop the bead on this guy too. And I actually ran out of ammo before that rocket took me out, because I distinctly remember, like, why is my gun not firing? And that was why. That was kind of a funny moment. Here's a double kill. See that again? Again, this genuine double kill, this instant like that, was pretty interesting as well. I mean, this weapon is quickly becoming my favorite pulse rifle next to Hopscotch Pilgrim. A completely different feel than Hopscotch. This is on the complete opposite spectrum, and then a lot of negativity is always a perception and the assumption that, well, if weapons got low impact, it's not my kind of gun. Well, you might want to think twice about that, because having that fire rate's very critical to your success in Crucible gameplay. Just because a weapon has low impact doesn't mean necessarily your damage output or your time to kill is really going to be negative. So get over that misconception. And get over those generalizations. Try the weapon for yourself. The weapon I really like too, kind of similar to this same fire rate and damage model, is the Coiled Hiss. I've dropped that. Excuse me, I purchased that before the vendors reset with the Dark Below DLC, and that with perfect balance and counterbalance is 2 perks. I mean, that thing's a laser beam, so it's very successful. But it's not fully automatic. I think fully automatic makes a big difference on these really high fire rate weapons. This interrupts. It's kind of like Praetor's Timepiece too. I really love that weapon, but again, the constant spamming of the trigger, it just throws off your aim. It's one more thing you have to think about, and you can't really put a price on having that ability of fully automatic. Now, and there's another weapon, and I regret not getting it, but it was the Iron Banner Pulse Rifle. Here, look at this. Head to head with Thorn. The guy was invisible. He had the beat on me and everything, but yeah, I still dropped him at that range. But it's the weapon I'm talking about, the Pulse Rifle, I did not buy, and I should have bought. Scory's Revenge, Iron Banner Pulse Rifle, but I looked into it more, and you cannot drop full auto on that gun. It has exact same damage model as this weapon, but you cannot roll full auto on it. And I was kind of disappointed to hear about that, so there's a score from that round. So this weapon is truly unique in that respect. I got this straight out of a blue engram. How many times do you dismantle these weapons without even thinking about it? Well, again, that's a kind of the notion. I know we're all guilty of doing it. I've dismantled stuff I regret many times over, and I've done it accidentally. Unfortunately, now with the locking mechanism, that's greatly reduced. Here, True Vanguard and I are in some skirmish here, working together. He's guarding me, I'm guarding him. This is a great skirmish weapon. This is great in all game modes. I was doing just good with this weapon in control, skirmish, you name it. I really like this loadout. It's very effective. It's just, I can gauge multiple enemies with that 30-round clip, 24 damage. You think about that, I mean, what was that, 60? I mean, you're doing over 70-some damage if you land all 3 shots on the head in just one burst, and as quick as you can burst this thing, I mean, it's like, it's just a monster. There really is no difference between this and a fully automatic weapon. And I just, normally with fully automatic weapons like this, you have, I'm trying to think maybe a comparable comparison. What would be maybe an Up for Anything, that type of damage model where they have the fire rate up there, do about 25 to 24 damage, something like that. But again, you have range, you have accuracy, of all the bonuses that auto rifles typically don't have with those kind of fire rates and damage models. So there's always a trade-off. Whereas I feel like I'm kind of cheating the system a little bit with this weapon, taking advantage of all the benefits of a high fire rate, high accuracy, high stability, Decent damage model. I mean, not the highest, but that's certainly a quick time to kill in any respect. Taking out guys in a broad range of spectrums and situations, long range, short range, medium range with ease. I feel like you're cheating the system a little bit. That's kind of like you're gaming the system. That's not how weapons usually work in Destiny. There's usually some kind of trade-off unless you're running an overpowered exotic hand cannon. I'm not just trying to say this weapon's overpowered, but I'm stating that as much as I've been playing with it here just the last 24 hours, it has extremely humbled me and impressed me in many respects. I've taken out Red Death, no problem. I've taken out Thorn, no problem, as I've demonstrated here in a few clips already. Multiple enemies at once, and strafing is just great. Going up against a guy with a hand cannon or a scout rifle or something slower, just kind of strafe back and forth like this, little dance and weave left and right, light on your feet while you're going full auto, just unleashing a hail of 30 bullets in a really short time period. It's just a devastating amount of lead and firepower, offensive firepower coming on your behalf towards your enemy. I think it catches a lot of guys off guard. You're just not prepared for the hailstorm that this thing produces. It's truly humbling, I'd have to say. I can't put this gun down right now. I can't say enough about it right now. Again, just come up against hand cannon users or Red Death. It's very humbling, particularly on their end, to see just a rare standard pulse rifle just destroying the team. Plan C again. It's weak. It's been nerfed, but it's still very effective. I really look at these situations. Pulling out 2 kills right there, throwing a grenade here, another kill. We just could not pull off the win in this gameplay, but we were kind of, I think fatigue was starting to set in with Vanguard and I. We were just playing a lot of matches, and just him and I both were not able to win everything, but really enjoyed playing with him. He's a great YouTuber. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. The guy's just a monster sniper. I really respect players that can snipe like that, because it's not me. But thanks for the help, True Vanguard. If you're watching this, appreciate your help again. Hopefully I have more gameplay with him as well. Again, guys, check out his channel. He's really good at this game, much better than I am. Incredible PvP player. I hope you guys like this video. Again, Xerxes, remember those green engrams. Sometimes there's a gem in there, not many of times, but that's the one I'd say is worth just giving yourself a moment pause. Look for that gun, and look for this gun. It's a great weapon. Remember, full auto and high fire rate is the key to this loadout success. Hope you guys like this video. I will see you on the battlefield.